Hello viewers, myself Dr. Vindoo and I'm a senior physician at Nation Care Homeo Clinic, HSR, Bangalore. Have you ever noticed that after eating non-vegetarian meal or high protein diet or having more alcohol intake, you would have noticed some kind of changes or pain in your joints? Especially when we talk about arthritis and when we talk about gender biased arthritis, gout is something that we commonly see in male. So what happens in this gout? What exactly is this gout, which we see an increased rate of gouty arthritis and people also can neglect it. They wouldn't have even got aware of it that their uric acid is going high and they are also suffering with arthritis. So what happens in gouty arthritis? So usually before talking about gouty arthritis, I would like to talk about the protein metabolism. So we have seen numerous people taking high amount of protein intake. So when these protein intake, especially the animal-based protein intake, when get metabolized in our body, it breaks down into purines. These purine further convert into uric acids. Usually this uric acid has to be eliminated within your body by kidneys in the form of urine. But what happens in gout is the increase in the uric acid slowly leads to the urate crystal formations. So these urate crystal does no longer stay in your bloodstream. So hence these uric crystals pass on to, they come outside the bloodstream and they get accumulated in the favorable areas, mainly in the lower part of the joints that we can say, especially in the bigger toe. So these urate crystals, which are in the form of crystals, cause a certain damage and they cause a certain inflammatory response in the body, due to which there is a swelling in the joint, there could be a severe pain and there could be redness. All inflammatory signs will be seen. So the pain intensity is so extensive that even a bed sheet touching the area where there is an accumulation of urate crystals leads to a severe terrible pains, and these pains are bouts, like they are intermittent. So suddenly with no clue the pain can be intense and suddenly they subside on their own. So why this happens? So usually, as I already said, that uric acid is something that has to be eliminated in your body, but due to the metabolic disorder, ideally what happens is, the protein intake can be more, or there is a high raise in the uric acid levels in the body, or your kidney is unable to filter it out. Could be because of, the dehydration, or the fluid intake is very less, or you take lot of red meats more than your body needs it. So all these things contribute. So even in obesity or in thyroid patients or any other disease contributing to the weakness in the renal functioning can also increase the uric acid. So what happens? So after the severe pain, so usually we have seen the modern treatment, what people usually, take it. So they think that, okay, after checking the blood levels, when the uric acid is more than 7, so they see that uric acid is going high and they immediately take certain medications. So what happens is they try to reduce the uric acid. But we need to understand one thing. The temporary reduction of the uric acid is not the permanent solution for your gout, because there would have been some damage. So when you check your blood levels, the uric acid levels would have come down, but still the pain would have existed because the crystal like urate has already caused certain damage to the parts in the joint. It could have caused damage to the tendons, to the ligaments, to the bony cartilage, and etc. So this continues to have pain in spite of your uric acid being reduced. So temporary reduction of uric acid is not the permanent solution. We need to correct the metabolism. See, there are so many people who, on a daily basis eat red meat, or on a daily basis still they can drink lots of alcohol, but still they don't end up getting this gout. But some people, due to the metabolic defect, they would have got this gout. So homeopathic treatment of approach is to correct their metabolic system. So means the root cause of the problem is your body should be able to eliminate the excess uric acid that is there in the body, and that is done by homeopathic individualistic treatment approach. So once we give you the constitutional remedy which suits you and with no side effects, your body will slowly and gradually and naturally eliminate without the accumulation of uric acid in the joints. And already the people who have developed this gouty arthritis, homeopathic treatment will help you to completely heal or repair the damage that is already done by the uric acids. Diet plays a very major role along with homeopathic treatment. It is not a permanent diet restriction, but meanwhile you're in the treatment plan, you can avoid eating excess of protein with increased amount of water intake, and some changes to the lifestyle will certainly help you get rid of this gouty arthritis.